Well, look at what we have here. Polls show Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders would beat Donald Trump. Public policy polling survey results released Tuesday showed that Trump, a Republican of course, would lose in matchups against former Vice President Joe Biden and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. About 12% of would-be Biden voters and 13% of would-be Sanders fans backed Trump in November, meaning the incumbent would have lost their support. And that's not the only bad news for Trump. The president took an L in nearly every hypothetical matchup public policy polling put him in, getting beat out by Democrats like Kamala Harris of California, Cory Booker of New Jersey, and Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. If Trump were to run against Mark Zuckerberg, he could tie. But nearly half of poll respondents said they couldn't even say whether they had a positive or negative opinion of the Facebook co-founder. Okay. So I have many thoughts on this. By the way, we just covered a story. It was a different poll that found that Trump would still beat Hillary Clinton. Now, to be fair, according to this poll, Hillary edges out Trump. So it appears to be overall mixed results on whether or not, if the election was today, Hillary would win or Trump would win. But the fact that it's even a question is still like, damn, we had a horrifically bad candidate. Now, some of the people they bring up here, they say, oh yeah, this person would beat Trump. They're corporate Democrat extraordinaire. I mean, that's what they are. Kamala Harris, she's savvy in that she comes across like, whoa, what do you mean? No, I'm a progressive. Nonsense. She refused to prosecute Steve Mnuchin when Steve Mnuchin was robbing old people and foreclosing on old people in California during the subprime mortgage crisis in the Great Recession. There was so much evidence that they were foreclosing early on people, not giving them the proper notices, but she didn't go after them. Why? Because she's awash in big money. So Kamala Harris is not populist left. Don't be fooled. Cory Booker, oh my God, don't even get me started. He's the worst of the worst. He may even be worse than Hillary Clinton. I mean, he's just, oh God, he's so bad. Wall Street adores him. Oh, they adore him. He took $300,000 from Big Pharma and then lo and behold voted against Bernie Sanders' bill to import drugs from Canada at a lower price. And then he bullshit us to no end. Bullshitted us to no end. He's, oh no, the problem is it wasn't FDA regulated and that's why I got to look out for the safety and the... Really? Canada has stricter regulations on pharmaceuticals than we do. So, what do you mean? We already know that the drugs are safe. There's no epidemic of people dropping dead from drugs in Canada. What are you talking about? So it's just him serving his corporate buddies, and then, he later on he's like, no, totally no, I'm so progressive. Please don't sink my election chances in 2020. See, I'm co-sponsoring the bill with Bernie, so you guys like me now? Such a slimy, self-aggrandizing piece of shit. So my guess is, and granted this is just a guess, we don't know yet, but if as time goes by, it would be a much closer matchup between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and Cory Booker and Donald Trump than it would be. I do think Elizabeth Warren could maintain that lead. Mark Zuckerberg, fuck out of here. I mean, he wants to run, but Jesus, god damn, stop it. Ugh, it's just so gross. I'm a billionaire. I should be president. Fuck off. So I think it varies person to person. Biden, I think he would have a decent chance to beat Trump. I think Bernie Sanders, obviously, even despite the age issue, because Trump is really old too. Elizabeth Warren, I think would do well, but what you're seeing is that basically anybody that has even a dash of real populist left in them, they would beat Trump. But the ones who are totally corporate Democrats, that's where it's more of a question. So, look, the answer's here for the 9,000th time. We've gone over it. As long as the Democrats stand for something that's actually what the people want and make that argument and are unapologetic in making that argument, they're going to do well. But the more the Democrats do the fake hot-button issues, oh my God, Trump is Putin's bitch. The more they do stuff like that, the more they just talk about how bad the Republicans are without talking about what you're for, then it's more of a question. And that's why with somebody like Hillary, it's still a question today whether or not she'd win if the election was held right now. But somebody like Bernie, where he's out there all the time talking about, I want Medicare for all, I want free college, I want a living wage, I want to end the war. He talks about this stuff all the time, and then that makes it, I know what he stands for, and I like what he stands for. And whereas Trump, we don't even need to get into how horrible he's doing because it's a disaster in every respect. So, Democrats, don't make the same mistakes, man. Mark Zuckerberg, put your fucking giant ego aside. Get out of the way. Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, please, please. I know you're up now, but remember, there was a time when Hillary Clinton was up gigantic on Donald Trump. I sense it's the similar kind of thing with Kamala Harris and Cory Booker. That they're, it's in that kind of a category. Like, oh yeah, false sense of security. Oh, we like them a lot more because we don't see them in the public eye. But then when they get in the public eye, the problem is they can't hold the base. For good reason, because they're corporate Democrats. So they can't hold the base. Whereas somebody like Elizabeth Warren would hold much more of the base. Not all of them, but much more. And Bernie obviously would. And Biden, it's a mix, but he'd still hold more than Kamala Harris or Cory Booker. So just don't make the same mistakes. Let's go in the Justice Democrat direction, not the corporate Democrat direction.